Okay, I'm making a video about this because I feel like I need a rant after this freaking match I had. This was this was a crazy match. Just had a tie at the end, went overtime for so long, it just was crazy. As you can see, the teams were like, we had oh wait, actually this is right. But there were a lot of points in the match where we had like 3 healers and like not enough DPS and all that, and it was just switching up like crazy. But one of the worst things about that match was my freaking ults. I'm making this video to talk about Mr. Fantastic's ult, and I feel like this is the best example. I'll just say first thing. For one thing, I don't think it needs an increase in damage, which is what people talk about. They feel like you're just tickling everybody. I feel like it just needs different things. It's just clunky in a lot of ways, and it's just very frustrating. I've had so many moments where I have the perfect chance for an ult, and it just, I don't know, it just gets interrupted or something. Like, I just hit stuff, and it just doesn't work. Like, and also the way it hits things. Like, a lot of things where you think it'll count as a hit, it doesn't. But anyway, I won't explain it too much. I'll just show it in this match so that I can explain it better. I think I just die here. I think I used it a second. Yep. 100. Look at this. This is the perfect chance for an ult. This is just like this is the perfect chance for an ult. I'm coming up behind them. I can just get out of this tunnel here, and then out in the open, and I can get a bunch of good hits on him. It's like I probably won't get any kills, but it's a perfect chance for an ult. Just do some good general damage. But then this freaking it. I get stuck up there. Like, are you kidding me? Look at this. I get stuck, but I mean, like, I guess it's kind of my fault, but, like, I feel like I can assume I could fit through there. I've been able to so many times before, and that just didn't work. It was so freaking frustrating. That's the first one. Ult is here. I mean, this is already a good chance for an ult. Big mode. Gonna get a couple hits with the Venom first. Use the shield, so it doesn't matter anymore. Look at this. The Venom's low now. I could easily get like a kill or something here. This would work nicely. I'm already gonna get a few good hits. Like, this is just gonna work great. It's gonna be perfect, you know? You would think so, right? You would think this would be perfect? What did I even hit there? I like hit the ledge? Like, what is this? Look at this. Oh. I guess I hit the squirrel? Okay, looks like it still did a hit there. At least on the Venom, I guess. Do another one. I don't know why I got... Okay, I guess I just got stuck up there because I was facing that direction. But that was already frustrating. And now I know this last hit, I have to hit somebody in order to bounce again. And I've already... Like, hitting that ledge didn't hit anybody, so I already wasted one. I go down. Gets hit on the freaking lip. This is one of my... This is what I'm talking about. This is one of my biggest freaking pet peeves with this ult. It gets caught on the lip of things so many times. Honestly, like, I guess... Some people might think it's like a bit much to ask, but this becomes so frustrating. They should just get rid of the collision on any kind of lip when you're using this ult, because it just messes it up so many times. Especially when there's a lot of times where I want to get into a small tunnel so I can hit a ceiling and get those quick bounces, but it's hard to get into because you have to try not to hit the lip and yet get underneath. So I'll have so many moments where I'm like, and I've gotten fairly good at it because you have to aim pretty good to get that bounce right into the tunnel and not hit the lip. But man, there's been so many times where I just hit the lip anyway and it just wastes my ult. So look at this. That's the last bounce. Boom, done. And then look how high I am too. I just wasted it. Now my ult's gone. There's just so many of those moments in this match. Like, it's absolutely insane. And honestly, this match was like both just me being unlucky and also stupid. Because I mean, I made some dumb plays here, but gosh, this match was just so frustrating because I did not get a single good ult out of this. I don't remember any good ult, and usually I get at least like 1 or 2. I get some decent damage. Like, all of my ults were just so terrible in this, and it was just incredibly frustrating. Also, that magic was so frustrating this whole match. It's just a side note, like, to any Mr. Fantastic players, there's some characters you want to kind of avoid grabbing, you know, and Magic is one of them because she'll just go to her teleport thing and automatically cancel it. There's so many characters that will just cancel it instantly. Jeff will just go underwater and he'll just cancel it immediately. The thing, you can't even pull him at all. I only ever grab the thing if I grab him and someone else because it still throws them. And it does a little damage to the thing. But yeah, magic is like this magic specifically was so frustrating because I kind of realized I should stop grabbing her because she was really good and would just teleport every time. But I swear there were like 5 times in a row where I was trying to grab this Groot and toss him over to us, and every single time the magic appeared out of nowhere right in front of me and I grabbed her instead and then she canceled it. So it was insane. I just kept wasting it. Oh my gosh. So waiting for a good chance to use it. I usually wait until there's at least a decent amount of people. Because, like, you know, if you kill a bunch of them, it's going to take a bit for them to come back and I might just waste it. You gotta get the hits on them. You gotta be sure to do it at a time when you can get hits. Almost killed them with Fantastic Four ulting. Oh my gosh. Okay, I guess this was a bit unlucky, but like, frozen. And then he also pulls me. I use the ult right after, hoping that the tank mode is, like, still going for long enough. And I think it's it. Okay. Oh, it ended. So, okay. That was actually my fault. Yeah, that was kind of a panic ult because I just really wanted to use it in that moment. And I was going to use it right when the tank mode was about to end. But then I got frozen, and I used it right after it ended. And yeah, of course I just die here. Like that's the most frustrating thing when you use your ult and you suddenly lose a lot of health and then you just don't like you're just like, well, I guess I'll get a couple hits in before I die. Like I guess I should learn from that, maybe try to bounce away so that I just cancel the ult and get back to my team, but yeah, that was my bad. That one was my bad, but again, this is just a rant because I did not get a single gold ult in this and it's just so frustrating. Like that. There's my body there. That's crazy. Okay, here we go. Okay, wait. Let me remember what one this is. Okay. I've got this. I know I'm gonna get ult soon because I usually watch it when I'm in tank mode. Look at his hands. Okay, then I'm in tank mode. Okay. I think this one was a little decent. I try to get some hits on the penny here, and then... Oh, no, that was just... Okay, I guess this is... Okay, that was kind of my fault, but this is also a bit of a gripe with the ult. The amount of times, and this isn't just when I'm, like, hitting one person like this time. This is, like, other times when I'm hitting multiple people. There have been so many times where I hit somebody, and I'm about to get a hit on them, and I could get another bounce. If I got a hit on that penny, I was ready to turn around and go back into the crowd. But this freaking thing killed her just before I hit the ground, which is the most frustrating thing ever. Like it even counted as a kill for me. You can see it right there. I just like I don't know, man. I guess this one's the least of the problems with the ult, but I would still change it. I would make it where it kind of counts as make it where it counts as a hit if they like died just before. Because that is so frustrating that doesn't count as a hit. Because I just need one more hit on that penny, but then she dies just before. That's just incredibly frustrating. Yeah, okay, I managed to kill the rocket there. I usually try to get a couple hits in before I use the ult. Yeah, already really low in health right now. I still don't 100% know how penny's mines and stuff work. So I guess this is kind of my fault. I really shouldn't have done it before all of that. But if I remember correctly, that's not the annoying part of this. Look at this. That doesn't count? There are 3 people right there, and that doesn't count as a hit. Are you kidding me? Like that, I've heard from people that it still gets a hit a little above and below him. If that's the case here, we need to increase that. But I am just now realizing he has his turret and a shield there. And this is, oh my gosh, this is one of the most, I think this is the biggest change they need to do with this ult. Make hits on shields count. It is so frustrating. Like, the amount of times, like, I end up with one Doctor Strange, and he just, or maybe he has a couple people behind him, but he does nothing but just quick left trigger, pop his shield up, and boom, it doesn't count as a hit, and now my ult is canceled. Like, the most frustrating thing on the planet. I think that's what happened here, though. Unless it was just because I was on top of the squirrel and it didn't reach him. In which case, man, increase that distance. That is so frustrating. But I think it was because of the shield and or the turret here. I don't know if it counts if I get a turret hit. Because it's not exactly a shield. But gosh, those shields, man, they're so frustrating. And Doctor Strange's shield is so big, too. There's just been so many times where he just pops it up real quick. And my ult is canceled just like that. Like, so frustrating. Please fix it. I don't remember what happens in this one exactly. But yeah, other than the penny mines and stuff, this looks fine. I should be able to get a bunch of good hits, and you know I can always use the last bounce to get back. You know this would be good. I see something with low health. I don't know if that's like Rocket's machine or something, but you know this looks decent. This would be a perfect chance to use my ult. Use my ult. Oh yeah, it was the spider nest. Hit the ceiling already. So I got a quick hit here. All right, yeah, that I just got hit in the crossfire, or I got hit by a bunch of mines or something. Again, I completely forget how her mines work. I see the Punisher's turret in the distance. That was the most annoying thing. He only switched to Punisher, like, near the end. Like, this last match, I think. And, gosh, that was what held us back. That was what kept us from getting 5 points as well. But, yeah. I just die instantly. I don't know. I guess this is kind of my fault, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't see much penny mines. So, I think I just got caught in the crossfire. But, yeah, I don't know. I would say, like, gosh, I would love it if they either, like, increase the health of the ult or just made it where the ult automatically puts you in tank mode. Because I'm so sick of having to wait to go into tank mode and then ult when, like, I'll miss chances for good opportunities to ult. Yeah, I guess this was kind of my fault, and I was in tank mode and I still died. But, yeah, that just makes me think I feel like the ult should just make you automatically go in that tank mode. I know it's not called tank mode, I just call it that. But go in the tank mode when you're in the ult, and then, you know, have it cancel after. But give you that extra health, man, because I don't know. That's not that big of a deal to change. I know some people would think that's really dumb. But yeah, that one was mostly my fault. I don't care so much for that change. But again, a rant that was very frustrating for me at the time. Just not a single good ult at this point, and then just loses one again. Oh, yeah, nothing bad happened in this one. Look at this. Everyone, it's always the best opportunity when you got a big group. And look at this. Like, they've all got, like, a decent low amount of health. This would have been great. So, yeah, this of course, isn't a criticism for the ult. This was just, I mean, unlucky. I don't know if that would have, like, saved it or whatever, but, like, oh, man, the amount, like, I wish they would make the slow-mo thing last, like, just a little bit longer, because there's been so many times where I'm, like, just a shot away from getting a kill. Obviously, I don't think I would never have enough time to get a kill here, even if the slow-mo was longer. But, yeah, this was just so, I was, like, alright, last time using the ult, and this time it actually seems like a plausible opportunity to use it. And then of course the match ends. Like, that was just, oh man, just one after the other of bad ults. It was so frustrating.
5.
Oh man. And again, it was like my team too was just like being so frustrating because we had 3 healers for a while, and I typed 3 healers why? And I was like, all right, I guess we'll just go with it. It was just so frustrating because the last match I just had 3 Vanguards that refused to switch. And, but we were doing pretty good with 3 healers. And I was like, okay, 3 healers might work. And then as soon as it, like, switched to our turn, I think, or switched to overtime, something like that. As soon as it like, seemed like we had a good chance, we were doing pretty good, they just switched back to normal. And like they were just switching characters all the time, and I don't know. Then the other team switched to the Punisher, and we just, like, couldn't do anything. Oh man, that was just an incredibly frustrating match. But yeah, that just brings up some issues with his ult. I do not think it needs an increase in damage, but I think it needs some fixes here and there. Please, 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 just get rid of the collision on the lips of those freaking walls. I hate those so much. And make hits on shields count. If I am doing damage, it should count as a hit. Seriously. Like, that should just count no matter what, because I'm doing damage anyway. And yeah, other than that, just a little clunkiness here and there. I wouldn't mind in increasing the radius. I don't think it totally needs that, but man, those two things specifically, the lips and the shields, so frustrating. But yeah, I made this video to rant because that match was like 10 minutes ago and it was just so frustrating. And also just to be to be a little different, you know, because everyone's saying his ult sucks because it doesn't do enough damage. You're barely doing any damage, but the point of it is the general damage. That's what's fun about Mr. Fantastic. He doesn't do damage super often, but if you get a bunch of hits with those punches and with the ult and stuff, it does a good amount of general damage. So he can farm his ult pretty quickly just by swinging his fist and just getting a ton of hits. So he can be pretty good with that. So I do not think the ult needs more damage. It just needs these couple changes, and then it would work better. But yeah, that was, yeah, just had to talk about that. Thank you for watching this. I have a Mr. Fantastic compilation coming up soon, which by the way, I promise I'm good at him. I know this match made me look bad. I promise I am good at Mr. Fantastic. And I have a compilation coming soon with a bunch of really good plays and stuff, and you know, you might as well consider it like one of those Marvel Rivals EXE videos, but this one just doesn't have as much editing because I find those a little annoying at times. It's just a simple compilation. But yeah, coming soon. Thank you for watching this, and please watch that. And please subscribe if you don't mind. Have a good day.